Today we're in Southeast London and we're meeting Jude Ower, the founder and CEO of Digital 2.0, a serious games consultancy. Okay, so pleasure to be here with you, Jude, and thank you for allowing us to interview. So I want you to tell our viewers what Digital 2.0 is and what your role is.
Digital 2.0, what we do is we make games that make people smarter. And what that means is we create games that are primarily for non-entertainment, so for training, education and mass awareness. So it doesn't mean that they're not fun. They're, one of their main focuses of the game is to be fun, to make people play them, but they have another purpose to help educate people or tell them about an important topic or to help them do something linked to real life. Always been a little bit of a geek, loved computer games, and one of the first jobs that I had was working with a games company who'd developed a computer game for corporate training, and I got involved with them, and just that opened my mind to all the different possibilities for using games.
So how daunting was it going from corporate to actually setting up your own company?
I think when you're passionate about something, you just do it. It doesn't really scare you and it shouldn't be that daunting. And I think the way that I did it was progressively rather than trying to jump in with a massive team. And then the more you build up your network, the more you get to know people, the scary things don't seem so scary.
Loads of people use the term passion and they just throw it out meaninglessly. So how would you define being really passionate about something in order to make it work?
Even if it seems really, really hard, you still keep on going. So even if you're putting in the long hours and you seem to have a lot to deal with, if you still have that clear vision and goal and you still want to go for it, then you're 100% committed and passionate for what you're doing. And I think that's the most important thing, is because you are going to come across hurdles, and there's the good times and there's the bad times. But if you can see through the bad times, it not only makes you and the company stronger, but it shows your commitment to what you're trying to do.
In relation to that, obviously we're going through, as a country, a nation, we're going through some really tough economic times, and some people aren't sure as to whether they should start a business or not. So what kind of key advice would you have for people wanting to start up their own business now, say in a recession or any time? What advice would you have?
It depends on you as a person, but I would say just go for it. There's a lot of support out there. Build up your network, make sure you've got the right people on board. If you've got an idea and you're, again, passionate about it, you want to take it forward, try it, even if it does change along the way. I would also say to them not to get too hung up on the small things and to focus on the bigger picture. Have a clear set of goals in place. Don't move your goals if you find it's not working. Try changing your approach. And it will be tough, but if you believe in what you're doing, then you can make it happen. And it's always worth a go. You've only got one life.
It's very evident that you most probably are one of the very few female directors, if not the only one, of a gaming company in the UK. Does that help you to stand out, or does that not make a difference for you?
It depends. I think it is noticed because there are a lot of men out there who are running games companies, so when you see a female, people are kind of intrigued to why I'm in the whole industry. But I've never used it as a differentiator. I've always tried to just be part of that industry and that group of people. It's helped me, but I wouldn't like to think that it's helped me get to where I am today.
What is a typical, I know there's not a typical day, but what does a typical day look like for a CEO of a games company?
Well, every day is different. It depends where I am, because we have an office in London and we've got one in Birmingham. We've got designers in Birmingham, and in London it's like project support and sales and marketing. As a CEO, you have to be the driving force and you have to make sure everything's in place, the core structures and mechanics, and that everything is operating. So you're solely responsible for the accounting and the finance, the admin and the HR. My main role is just to check in at various points to make sure everything's okay and there are no issues, and if there are issues, then I have to come in and step in and help the team get over that. You
own a games company. So is it work, or is it like play, or is it a mixture of both? What is it like running a games company?
It has to be fun. I think you have to, we work really, really hard. There are important things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, but because we work well as a team and because we all get on as friends, it can be good fun as well. I think it's really important to have fun at work. That's what we try to encourage through our games. So you do training, doing training through games, you're having fun, and if you have fun then you learn more and you're able to deal with more. You know, there's been scientific research and studies carried out that proves that if you have fun, then the likelihood of being more productive and enjoying your work is higher. I think it's really important to get everybody together, and not just on a yearly basis, but do things like have pizza nights, play games together.
So if you were going to describe Digital 2.0 as a boy band or girl band, which band would it be?
Ooh, tough question. The guys are going to hate this, and they're going to hate me for saying it, but I would say the Saturdays. And I think that's mainly because watching the Saturdays documentary, yes, I did watch it,
Okay.
they had so much fun because they're so close. And you see them work really hard. You see them in the tough times and the times that they're high. And that's just what reminds me of how we work as a business.
How important is it for you that your clients also see that it's a great place to work and that you're having fun?
I think it's really important because then they'll work with us more. For instance, I had a potential client come in on Monday. 2 people came in, but supposedly their whole marketing department wanted to come in to meet the games company that they're going to be working with. And I think that's really important because if they're excited about the project and we're excited about the project, we'll create something great for them.
Do you think that's the best template startup companies could have for, you know, when people who are watching, if they want to start their own business, do you think that's the best mindset that they can actually have?
Yeah, I really do, because you're creating an atmosphere and an environment that people want to work in. As a startup, for anybody who's thinking about starting up a business, you don't have a huge amount of cash, and you might not have all the equipment or everything that you need, but if you can start creating a fun environment that people want to work in for you, then you have a good, strong team that then might start making things happen. You want to get up on a Monday morning and want to go to work.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you today, Jude, and finding out about Digital 2.0 and the fun that you guys have here. And I hope a lot of our viewers will be really inspired by the story to go and set up their own businesses. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
When starting your own business, be prepared to work some long hours, but also take time out to have fun. Try to create a productive environment that allows you to incorporate a sense of play into your working day. Having fun is infectious. Some of the best companies people want to go and work for are the best because they have a sense of fun. Thank you for watching. We'd like you to post a video response with your thoughts and opinions on virginmediapioneers.com.